Hello, I'm Simulated Erk and welcome back to the Episde, and we have had another update to the Episde, well the bus anyway. We've had an update to that. Still in early access. I'm still receiving the beta updates, so who knows how things might look. We are at Alexanderplatz and we will be heading shortly to Tegel. So let's get on the bus. Alright, let's get in the cab. Alright, so there's our bus. We are due out at 1 o'clock. It's 3 minutes to 1 now. There's been another update, so I thought that I would have a look and see what's changed. Sometimes they are relatively minor things. I'm just going to close the door for a minute. What a difference the door being closed has to the noise levels. Time to go, so let's go. Now we are running on my custom X69 route again. This time compared to the previous episode, we're running in the opposite direction from Alexanderplatz to Tegel. Now there have been some changes to the bus stops to add some bus stops, but also more easily tell the difference between bus stops that are active on the mini-map, the bus stops that I have to stop at, compared to the bus stops where I don't have to stop. Now we are running an express route. Oh, here's one of the bus priority lights that I was talking about on the previous episode on the right hand side. So we can go, because we got the bus priority light, so we can actually take off from that set of traffic lights before the cars can. So that gives us a little bit of an advantage there, which is good. That's the first one that I've seen actually work. We'll see if we can see any others. And that reduces the problems that you may have with merging. So we've still got a kilometre to go before our next stop at the Brandenburg Gate. So I'm going to stay out of the bus lane for a minute. One thing to keep a lookout for, and it's going to be very, very subjective and depends how much of the detail you look at, but some of the buildings already are starting to be remodeled and replaced with higher quality textures. So we'll see how we go. I've closed everything in the background this time, so we shouldn't have some of the things that we had in the first part of the last episode. Oh, that was good timing. This is awesome. Great timing.
S- und U-Bahnhof Brandenburger Tor.
Okay, so some of the map hasn't drawn in yet. Now it would be interesting to note if this is a section that they're working on, or if it's just hasn't drawn in yet. Hello. Okay, you would like a single ABC for your single ABC. And you need 20 back, thank you. Okay, textures are starting to draw in now. This should be interesting to see how we go on this next section. Oh, that suddenly drew in. Apparently the next stop, Charity Campus, has been relocated. So we'll see how we go there. We aren't still at the stage I'm recording this in mid-May, hasn't time flown. Mid-May as I'm recording this, so we still aren't at the stage yet where we've got other routes, other buses, or the light rail. They're probably the three things that we're sort of waiting for. There's been a lot of work done over the last little bit in relation to passenger behaviour. Also there's been some work on the sounds, the bus priority lights, and and now there's a big emphasis on retexturing some of the buildings. Now I haven't done anything in relation to the settings for anything, and I also haven't changed like the amount of traffic that there is. It is just after 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm pleased to note that the mini-map with the timetable shows correctly now. The timetable shows correctly on the mini-map. It was actually in this direction that I noticed that it wasn't working a few episodes ago. It is working now, so that's good.
Charité Campus Mitte.
Now what that building on the right hand side reminds me of at the moment is sometimes when you're having a look at Google Street View and some things are blurred out for privacy, it is starting to improve now. Now I'm not going to, I think I actually on the last episode, I think I actually auto-detected, I auto-detected the computer settings. Was that on this? I've played so many different sims, like I can't remember if it was on this or if it was on another one. Okay.
Invalidenpark.
Alright, we should get the traffic eyes shortly. Yeah, so no new news on the next stage of the early access at this stage. Recording mid-May, time is certainly going so fast, that is for sure.
Hauptbahnhof.
Now this one would actually be a good one for the bus priority light. It's not fitted. So I'm not going to try and squeeze in the bus lane that's just starting there. That would have been a perfect one for some bus priority. Oh, apparently there's also work on a terminal loop at Alexanderplatz. I don't know if that'll replace my favourite U-turn, but we'll see in the coming weeks. That's rather close to that tree. Uh-oh, what have I hit? This isn't good. Well, we got stuck. I think it was on the tree. This would be another good one for bus priority. Are those signs new? I haven't run in this direction for a little bit. So these signs could be new. I know I did notice them on the last episode coming in the other direction. Our next stop is in 4 kilometres is where we link to the train system. That yellow sign I think is new. One thing I've really noticed is signage. So that sign's certainly new. We can stay here. We don't have a number stop for about 3 kilometres or so. Things will definitely improve for me when I get to know the route better. so much of it is, so much of bus driving is about knowing where you need to be on the road. You know, sometimes you have to plan ahead. And also thinking about what the other drivers could possibly be doing. We don't need to stop at that one. And the interesting thing is, like that bus stop we didn't have to stop at, it wasn't even shown on the map, which I think is a good thing in some respects. Wow, that drew in suddenly. As I keep on saying, I'm not running a potato. I think I could be in the wrong lane, let's see. I think I am. I think I'm just going to have to push in, maybe. I'll just let that truck go first. A couple of weeks ago, I went for a weekend away and I got a hire car. And it was interesting to note in this car, which was a Hyundai i30, as a part of the car systems. Let's say if I'm waiting at this traffic light now, the truck in front's moved off, but I haven't. The car will actually beep me, and then in the center of the dash it'll say other traffic has moved off. To sort of remind me, hey dude, get going. What I might actually do, when we get to the next stop, which is still in 2 kilometers time, I'll actually dial back some of the settings and see if that makes a difference. We'll do it now, see if it makes a difference. Alright, we'll go to graphics. Yeah, it was this that I auto detected. So view distance will change to high. We'll change everything to high. So it looks like some of them you can't actually change from. Oh no. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no, I haven't killed it, have I? Looks like I may have killed it. Oh, hang on. No, we may be okay. Hang on. Alright, we may be okay. Let's try again. Okay. Come on, a material quality, lift your game. Okay, looks like material quality is either going to be medium or epic. Alright.
Seestraße, Beusselstraße.
Alright, we'll see if that makes a difference now. It may well make a difference, especially while the Sims at these early stages of development. You know, my premise has always been is I use other Sims or other games as a guide. Like for instance, if I can run GTA, if I can run Microsoft Flight Simulator, train simulators, etc. Well, I should be able to run this. So for the rest of this episode, we'll see if the drawing distance, etc. is better. And we'll keep it on these settings for a while to get a fair comparison. Probably take more than just changing things mid-session to notice a difference, a consistent difference one end of the route to the other. Like the amount of time I've been sitting at the lights and the sign at the service station, for instance, still isn't, to me, in focus. Now, I don't know if that's supposed to be the case. It's, as I said, I don't know. Like, I know the route a little bit, of course, but I don't know it to the forensic detail that some other people or intended game developers would know it. Oh, that was the stop that I wanted to stop at, and I've obviously listed the wrong stop because I wanted to stop there, because that's where the train station is. it is going to be a bit of trial and error with the bus for a while because it is early access. I realise that, and sometimes I'm sure the developers have got, okay, this is what we're going to do. You know, I'll test it, and on their end it all looks all good, and then you put it into the wild and it's like, oh no, this has happened. You know, some things can be overlooked, or you know, they don't work as well as you think they might. Okay, there's our next stop. This wasn't the stop that I was thinking. I'm going to have to change. The route when I finish the episode. We're now running 10 minutes late, and I don't see how. The traffic hasn't been that bad, and it's not as if I was sitting in intersections for ages or anything like that. The traffic's not especially heavy. Okay, Tegel is our next and final stop, but we have a little bit of time to go before we get there. This will be a good test of the drawing in as well, because this is a busy section.
Flughafen Tegel.
It might be a bit early, too early to announce it, considering we're supposedly 2 kilometres away. Episode compared to the last episode is that this time I don't have a bus hanging out of a concrete wall. tell you what, there's a big difference in the travel time. Stopping at all the stops compared to stopping at some of them, that's for sure. Alright, Mr. Taxi, move over, thank you. That's right, we must remember to go up. About 8-9 minutes late in the end. I don't necessarily know how, but at least we have arrived safely. I've been Simulated Erk, you've been wonderful. We'll see you next time. Thanks for watching, and bye-bye.